that people have access to water.
It's completely necessary to industry and commerce and to economic activity.
Without water, there's no life. Without water, there's no health.
Y hay unas veces que no hay nada de agua.
Sí.
1940, Mexico City had 1.5 million people. Now in 2010, they have over 22 million people, and the city has grown up the mountains.
These communities were built totally informally, and originally they didn't even have any infrastructure to the water system, and over time they've gotten the infrastructure, but because they're so marginalized and they're low income, they get the least amount of water in the city.
Entramos ahí, tuvimos mucha escasez de agua porque no nos quería mandar la delegación.
People buy drinking water in 20-liter jugs. So here, it's not such a matter of not having access to potable drinking water as it is not being able to flush your toilets, not being able to wash your dishes.
In our neighborhood, a lot of people live on trucked water. They call them pipas in Mexico.
¿Y cuánto, como si una familia pide una pipa, cuánto tiempo tarda para que llega?
Depende de qué tiempo sea. En tiempos de secas te llega en 15 hasta un mes.
Acabando el agua, ahora sí que sí lo estamos viendo poco a poco, porque en tiempos de seca estamos de que nos van a quitar el agua, que no llega de la red.
No podíamos pedir más porque no había la economía para pedirla.
Pues ¿cuál es el temor? Por decir, el mío es de que pues yo como quiera voy un poquito más de salida, pero mis nietos, mis nuevas generaciones, ¿qué van a hacer?
The average precipitation in Mexico City is about 800 millimeters per year. This is more than London, the city of rain.
If we can figure out a way to just catch, store, clean, and use the rainwater that falls here in the valley, we start attacking the flooding problem and we start reducing the need to bring water from the outside.
UBM Mobile isn't the most reliable of vehicles, but it is the most soulful.
Ease Urbana is a project that was born out of my college thesis that I did at the Rhode Island School of Design, which was on rainwater harvesting systems for low-income housing in Mexico City. Ease Urbana really is this little group. There's 4 of us fixed, and we live in a working class neighborhood here in Mexico City that has big water problems, and we put up rainwater harvesting systems here and in the surrounding area, working with all of our neighbors here to try and demonstrate rainwater harvesting's feasibility. It's really simple actually how these things work. We find one of the roofs on the house that can be kept really clean, and then we channel water through a first flush system, which eliminates the first liters of water that fall. Then in the cistern, we do chlorination, and then we filter the water, and that leaves the water at a quality sufficient that it can be used for general household use, and we send that to the tanks on the roof. And houses that are getting water 1 day a week, 1 day every 2 weeks, suddenly can be getting, thousands and thousands of liters of really good quality rainwater. Todos ustedes a la señora Clara Gaitán, que es dueña de esta casa y de este sistema de captación de agua de lluvias. Este es el primer sistema de captación que se puso aquí en la colonia, por Isla Urbana.
Yo uso el agua al 100%, desde para tomar, cocinar y lavar. No hay que tenerle miedo, es un método muy padre, ahora sí que soluciona todo. A mí me solucionó mi problema, entonces pues me dura mucho y es muy bueno, es algo muy padre.
Soy Jennifer de Isla Urbana, una asociación civil. Isla Urbana is working to fill the Ajusco Medio region with rainwater harvesting systems. We're hoping to install 1,000 before the end of the year.
Hopefully we'll take this model of this 1,000 systems and be able to replicate it to different neighborhoods.
We're trying to demonstrate that rainwater harvesting can be like a serious, integral part of the city's water management.
70% of the water that Mexico City uses comes from aquifers below the city. They're pumping so much water out of the ground that the city has sunk 10 meters in the past 100 years. Experts say that there's about 200, 250 years left in the water. If we take so much out at this rate, the other 30% of the water comes from the other side of the mountain that we're living on. And it's brought here from over 200 kilometers away. The amount of energy that they use to bring water is equivalent to the amount of electricity that a city of 8 million people uses.
We have 2 pillars holding up the system, and both of them are being overexploited. And the idea isn't to eliminate either, the idea is to supplement them with a third leg on the stool, say, which is rainwater harvesting, which just reduces demand from the external sources and reduces the need to be extracting in such huge and constant volumes from the wells.
Isla Urbana is trying to spark a rainwater harvesting revolution.
We're developing the model here, but I'm really confident that whatever we develop here will be able to help cities all over the world adopt rainwater harvesting and massifying it.